Hey everybody, Dutchsinse here. It is 5:56 p.m. Central Time on Saturday, April 19th, 2014. And I've got you looking at Earthquake 3D here. This is the last 30 days of everything 6.0 and greater. And you'll have to drop this most current 5.4 off the map. It always shows the most current earthquake. So, everything else on the planet 6.0 and greater over the last 30 days. This is a phenomenal amount of movement. I'm going to put a link down below to my most recent earthquake update done 3 days ago. That covers why this is happening, the how behind it, and areas to watch. I just wanted to do this quick update to let you guys know that this morning another 7.5 magnitude earthquake struck in the West Pacific. I posted it on Facebook, didn't have time to make a video because my Earthquake 3D feed was slightly messed up. Don't know why that happened, that was kind of strange. However, last 30 days, we've had multiple 7.0 earthquakes and a few that have been downgraded, like this 6.9 here was originally a 7.0. Also the 6.9 on the East Pacific was originally a 7.0. They downgraded those to 6.9s and they downgraded the 8.3 to a 7.7. Again, last 30 days. So really, in the last 30 days, we've had two 8.3s, each one producing a localized tsunami in the region, one actually sending a tsunami all the way up the west coast. In the same time, we've had, let's see, if you count the one that was upgraded here, or downgraded on both sides of the Pacific, we've had 6 7.0s in the last 30 days. And that's just a huge amount of movement. So we've got, 7.2, 7.5, 7.4, 7.7, and 7.3 over here. And then the 7.0 down here at the South Pole. That's huge. I mean, to see that kind of movement, I have never seen this kind of movement happen, not even before the Japan buildup. 2 8.0s, 7 7.0s, or 6 if you count the one that was upgraded. And let's go ahead and try and count the 6.0s here. Okay, starting here in the west, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 6.0s in the last 30 days. That's a huge amount of movement. So we're having almost 20, and I'm willing to bet we're going to see a couple more pop off today. Let me go ahead and show you really quick over the last 7 days what's been happening in the U.S. Now, this is going to show us 2.5 and greater in the U.S. and 4.0 and greater internationally. Now, keep in mind, this is just the last 7 days. Again, West Pacific just out of control, and look at the amount of deep earthquakes occurring. Each one of these happening at a roughly 300 to 400 mile range. Something going on inside of the asthenosphere of the Earth, which is the semi-melted magma crustal area right below the plates, where the plates rest on top of. So this kind of movement, again, this is 4.0 and greater. Look at these cluster spots. This is where our 7 and 8.0s are happening, and look at the volcanic chamber displacement in Vanuatu going west through Indonesia. Normally, these deep earthquakes are associated with magma coming up through the crust. You'll notice one over here, now in Argentina. Now, 2 weeks ago, there was one similar depth in Brazil, just a little bit north, which led me to issue a warning for the area saying, hey, don't normally see deeper earthquakes on this side of the Pacific, especially when there's no volcano there. So we've got something going on deep down inside of the Earth. It's obvious now. I'm surprised the professionals, the USGS or other professionals, are not issuing appropriate warnings for the United States. We're going to rely on YouTube and the mainstream media to warn us, or are we going to have some professionals that finally step up and acknowledge that this is not normal? Now look at the United States. Today, 4.0 just struck in Oklahoma again. Also the swarm up here in Idaho, where they're installing new monitoring equipment. The USGS ran up there on the 15th and put them in. And they really did. They put them in at a moment's notice. as a result of this movement in the western Yellowstone magma chamber. Oklahoma, look at it, okay, this is confirmed fracking. USGS has confirmed fracking to be the cause of several of the earthquakes in Oklahoma. 200 feet away from the nearest frac well. Went and measured it, took a screenshot. Here's the lake, here's the apparatus, here's some actual pipe laid out for maybe possibly drilling another one. We have our injection well up here to the upper left and several storage tanks and an overflow tanks. You know, seeing this kind of movement happen without any kind of professional coming up and telling you, hey, there may be something to be worried about here. Take it from me. You can go back and watch my other videos if you don't believe me over the last 2 years and compare when I'm showing you the last 7 days of earthquakes. Never seen it look this heavy, guys. Okay? That's all I can say. Don't really know what to expect from this other than most likely a large-scale earthquake event in the areas where, or one of the areas, where we're seeing the excessive movement already. So in Japan 2011, when we saw the buildup beforehand, we did see multiple 7.0 earthquakes strike, but that took weeks and weeks, even months. This has all happened over the last 7 days, let's say, 2 weeks if you want to incorporate what's happened down here, down to the south. It's a lot to go over, guys. Go watch my earthquake update. I insist, if you're interested in what's causing this, please go watch the earthquake update. Cheers.